Hey, hi everyone. Thanks for clicking on the video. Guys, by the end of this video, you're going to have an amazing content creation engine for yourself, okay, which can help you, I won't say go viral, but have a very strong LinkedIn presence, okay, for either for your personal profile or let's say even at an organizational level. Let's say you run a startup, you run a business, you run a brand, and now you also want to grow on LinkedIn, okay. You are writing a few posts here and there, but they're not really working out for you. Let's say they are not generating leads for you, or they are not turning out the profile views or the visibility, or you're not having a great turnaround, okay. You are just there, but now you want to go all in with LinkedIn. Earlier you would have you would have need to have a digital marketing agency which is going to help you build all of this, and they're going to charge you a bomb. But now with Claude, especially with something called as Claude projects, we're going to build a content creation engine. We're going to specifically build a LinkedIn content creation engine, okay. And what we're going to do is I've created a couple of documents, okay. And this is an absolutely brilliant piece. That's something I have personally explored and I have personally profited from, okay. So what exactly is Claude projects? Let's start from there, guys. Just to let you know, this is available in the pro plan, okay. I am not well aware if this is also available in the basic plan. If it is, there might be, definitely hard limitations on it. But if you go for pro plan, pro plan is firstly a fantastic investment to have in the first place. Yeah. If I just click on projects, firstly, what is projects? Now, let's say you can see there are so many different, prompt response mechanisms, or prompt response, not mechanism, prompt response that I had with my Claude. Okay. But the next time that I come to Claude and let's say open a new chat and type something here, my Claude is going to say, hey, wait, I don't have memory of what we chatted the last time. What was it about? What was the document you uploaded? Where were we exactly in our discussion? And God forbid, if you have lost or deleted that particular conversation, there's no way you're getting it back. And that is very irritating. You might have lost on a good amount or a gold mine of information that you would have extracted from Claude. And just imagine if this was for you, this were for your business. You don't want that, right? So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to use projects. What is projects? You can think of projects as isolated containers or isolated environments, okay, where you can have prompt and response. And let's say, even if you come back after 1 month, after 15 days, after 3 days, after 6 months, your communication, whatever you chatted with Claude, is still going to be there, okay. And especially when you are building your business profile, your personal profile on LinkedIn, that you need to have it preserved, yeah, because that is only going to help you in the long run, yeah. Guys, one more thing. If you want an in-depth tutorial on Claude Cowork and Claude Code, which are very, very potent services by Claude, please put it in the comment below, and we'll have a fantastic playlist around Claude Cowork and Claude Code. Also, if you have requirements for any project, let's say you can ask Chirantan, can we build something around for HR professionals? Can we build something for sales professionals? Can we build something for marketing professionals? For fintech professionals? Please put it in the chat and we'll come up with really high quality content for you guys. Okay. All right. Coming back, I'm going to click on projects. Okay. As soon as I click on projects, you can see in the past, if you would have created certain projects for you, you will find them enlisted here. Okay. Here, you can also search for it. Now you can see in the past, I have created a YouTube content creation engine for myself, a LinkedIn content creation engine for myself, but this is for my personal profile. Now I'm going to build it for my agency or for my startup. Okay. This is great. Okay. Now, parallelly, what have I done is I have created 3 sets of documents. Okay. I have created a document called as business overview. Let's say the name of my startup. Now, please note, this is the information that you see here is all hypothetical. It is all AI generated. I don't own a company called as Atom AI. Okay, this is all fake. Okay, this is just for your reference purposes. Okay, this document will be shared with you in the comment section below or description below, and you can access it from there. All right. Now, if you see, I have given this business overview. Okay, when was it last updated? This is prepared by the founder and CEO. This is the company snapshot. What is the link? What is the legal name, brand name? One line description. Now, let's say I am an AI engineering agency, or Atom AI is an AI engineering agency, and we build really high quality agentic AI solutions for clients across Singapore, US, Europe, etc., etc. Okay, I have given what are the product offerings, what we exactly do. The idea here is, see, when is going to be my content creation super helpful? I can now just imagine if you were a brand coming up with a new LinkedIn post, new Twitter post, um, every single day is such a headache. You can definitely kind of align with this one. It is a headache. It is not possible every single day I'll come up with something amazing that will go viral, that will improve my clickability, that will generate leads for me. Not possible, right? In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a content generation engine using Claude, and I just put in a prompt that, hey, this is what I'm about to post. Okay, can you generate a fantastic high quality or a set of high quality LinkedIn posts for me? Let's say 5 for the next 5 days, let's say from Monday to Friday. And every single day I want this to be scheduled at 9 a.m. and every single day 9 a.m. I will be posting a really high quality post, and that is going to generate leads for me. It's going to drive traffic to my post, etc., etc., etc. Cool. So that is where we're going to land. Okay, so I've in my coming back in my business overview document, I've also given some product offerings. Okay, so I have a platform called as Atom Rag where we deliver some solutions. What are solutions? What are our solution verticals? So let's say we deliver compliance, document intelligence. These are our target clients. This is example deployment, key metrics. Then we do KYC document processing, some information again. We build financial report analyzers, again some information. What are the professional services that we deliver? Apart from that, what is our revenue model? That is also I've shared. So these are our revenue streams. We are going to give a complete in and out of the business, because see, the thing is, if we want our Claude, especially in this case, the LinkedIn content creation engine, to generate high quality posts, it is going to be of great value that we give a core insight into what our company is. So it understands the nature, it understands the behavior, it understands the specificity, it understands our offerings, it understands who our customer base is. See, the thing is, if you're writing blind LinkedIn posts where you don't know who our end customer is, how to target, it's like shooting arrow in the dark. Because we want to create the quality of LinkedIn posts which correctly reaches our clients and generates leads for us. Our end customer, let's say whether it is sitting in some corner in Europe, understands that, hey, there's this company called Atom AI, which is, let's say, located in Mumbai or Bangalore or Hyderabad, which can build solutions for us. That is really good. Yeah. So here I've given some revenue model, revenue streams, revenue characteristics, customers that we have worked in the past, what was the typical range or tickets, which are the early stage clients, which are our growth clients, which are our enterprise clients. You can see this is quite an in-depth document, and you can literally mimic this document for your case also. Let's say you run a digital marketing agency, you run a brand, whatever, brand marketing agency, or let's say you are a trading firm, whatever. Okay. So what is our market presence? What is our geographic footprint? You can see all that being listed here. Yeah. In Singapore, US, Europe, our industry-wide recognition, our team and employee strength, our key leadership, the funding that we have raised in the past, our growth profile and projections, everything you can find it here. And this is really cool. I've also put like, what are my next 100-day priorities? See, the thing is, my LinkedIn post, whatever my content creation engine, my Claude is going to generate, that has to align with my 100-day priorities. That is super, super important. Okay. And that is what I have defined here. Like, what are my next 100-day priority? I want this to keep in. Now, there are a couple of priorities that I have put here. And basis this, keeping this into consideration, I want to generate LinkedIn posts. Okay. Whatever, close 4 new deals, then ship this. Okay. Then SOC type 2 certification, build the Atom brand engine on LinkedIn plus YouTube. Again, this is important. And you can see whatever. Okay. How is my weekly batch window? I mean, workflow. Then I want to hire a head of marketing, and what are my company values. You can see this is fantastic. Quite an in-depth business document that I have put here. Yeah. Now, you might ask, Chirantan, this is great. You have created this business document, business overview document, which gives your, Claude LinkedIn content creation engine an insight into your business. But where do we paste it? Where do we upload it? Okay. So once you're here in projects, click on new project. Okay. This is where you're going to give a name. Okay. What are you working on? So let's say I'm going to say this is my Atom AI LinkedIn content creation engine. Okay. And then it might ask like, what are you trying to achieve? Okay. So I can say Atom AI. Okay. India, or I can say Atom AI, an AI engineering agency that has worked with high ticket clients across US, Singapore, Europe. Okay. Okay. Now wants to establish a firm, or rather a strong brand presence on LinkedIn. Okay. Which drives, which drives traffic and generates high quality leads. Okay. For the business. So this is, let's say this is what I'm trying to achieve. I'll click on create project, and voila. You can see this is the name of our content creation engine. We have given some basic information and what are we trying to achieve. Now, if you look closely here, okay, you can see that these two tags here, you can see now start a chat to keep conversations going, etc., etc. That is fine. These are the two tags that are of interest for us, which is instructions and files. Instructions is where I'll be setting all the instructions, how I want this particular content creation engine to work, to act, etc. Will come there in a while. And this is where, if you see, add PDFs, documents, or text to reference in this project. And guys, this is where we will be uploading our documents which are pertinent to our use case. Okay. So in files for this particular, and let's say I am adding 1, 2, 3 files, you might have 10 files. You might have some PDFs, some CSV files, some code files, some images. You can maybe some videos. You can have n number of data. You can have some video transcripts, audio call transcripts, anything, some financial data, anything. Yeah. So again, this is where, so because this acts as knowledge base to my content creation engine. This is where my content creation engine is going to extract all its knowledge from, basis which it is going to generate robust content. Okay. So let's start with uploading files one by one. Yeah. So now the next thing that we're going to do is upload the files. Okay. Which is my business overview. And what I'm going to do is I also have this file called as sample LinkedIn posts. Okay. Now what does this? I'll come here in a minute. Okay. So now first and foremost, I'm going to upload the file. Okay. Which is, let's say, this business overview. Okay. Which gives my content creation engine an insight into our, into our business, etc., etc. Okay. The second thing that if you see, it says add instructions to tailor Claude's responses. Now, this is very much similar to system instructions. Okay. If you want your AI, let's say Claude, Copilot, GPT, Gemini, To give you responses in a particular fashion, you have to define system instructions. Your AI system is going to abide by those prompt instructions, system instructions, and it is going to act accordingly. Okay. So for example, if you see here, I have created a document called as instructions, Atom AI, LinkedIn content creation engine, Claude project system instructions. Okay. And in this system instruction, basically, I want my content creation engine to abide by this. If it wants to generate AI posts, if it does generate a LinkedIn post, not an AI post, a LinkedIn post, it has to abide by this. This is a document that it will follow, or the instructions that it will follow. For example, your role in the project. Okay, this is, so you, let's say you are a dedicated, now this is the role that I am defining to my content creation engine. Okay, in this case, it is a dedicated LinkedIn content strategist and ghostwriter for Chirantan Lonkar, who's the founder and CEO of Atom AI Technologies. You're not a general purpose assistant, etc., etc. Every piece of content you generate must serve three goals: authority, reach, and pipeline. This is not a branding exercise. The content directly cited in the sales conversations is a real KPI. Now, if you actually go through this document, I've written a 20-pager system instruction document, quite in depth. I have written as in I have co-written along this with code, yeah, Claude. So if you see company knowledge base, where I've given a snapshot, okay, yeah. And if you see the author Chirantan, so verified background, etc., I've written some information. What is the target audience persona? What is the target audience? Okay, in this case. So if you see, before drafting any post, identify the primary reasons you're writing for. Okay, so if you see post categories, okay, category 1, thought leadership. Now, if you see, each category has its own state. Now, when I'll be generating LinkedIn posts, they have to be bucketed in certain categories. So one category of LinkedIn post can be thought leadership. My organization, Atom AI's LinkedIn post can be around on industry takes, can be its opinion on the industry trends, okay, etc., etc. If you see, before writing, search for the web for the latest context, find the recent data, regulatory announcements, etc., etc. My category 2 can be some deployment story. Okay, and this can be behind the scenes of a real engagement. Let's say, I faced some issues on deploying a solution for a bank which is heavily government regulated. How cool is that? Yeah. In that, I am saying also suggest the hook patterns, which means the first, it has to be a story opener, then some relatable frustration, and then surprising result. If you have actually seen those LinkedIn posts which go viral, they have a nature to that post. They have, a story opener, or let's say the first line itself is controversial, or the first line itself is an eye opener. The first line itself is, let's say, a controversial take on a particular topic, etc., etc. How do you want the structure of the LinkedIn post to be? Okay, how do you want the length? It should be 250 to 400 words. This is the tone, persona fit, anonymization, etc., etc. If I want to create a post around some technical deep dive, okay, on frameworks, let's say Atom AI has built some really high quality product, and I now want to end up targeting CTOs or VP engineering in different firms. This is where I can drive it from. Yeah. Or let's say regulatory commentary. Okay, I want to make some commentary on some regulation patterns, and that also I've given hook. Now, see, the thing is, I don't just want my content creation engine to generate LinkedIn post like a conveyor belt for me. Nah, I want it to thoughtfully categorize in different buckets. For every categories, we have defined some hook patterns. How do we want this LinkedIn post to be? Okay, how do we want to structure that LinkedIn post? If my LinkedIn post lies in the category of regulatory commentary, it has to be between, let's say, 300 to 450 words. Its tone has to be authoritative yet accessible, etc., etc. Or let's say if I want to write some emotional post around founder's journey, etc., etc., how the founder found Atom AI, how this was a startup and now it's grown to whatever, n number of clients, etc., etc. If I have to define some client result, let's say my client is super happy with the a specific outcome that is generated by deploying the solution created by Atom AI. If I want to put that in the post, I can do that here as well. Okay, now you can see there are so many things. Okay, voice and style guide. I am literally feeding so many things to my content creation engine. Okay, format, output format. When my LinkedIn content creation engine gives me an output, okay, how do I want that output to be? Okay, hook options, a pattern name, hook text, pattern name, whatever. Okay, it gives me a full draft using hook A, B, and C. Okay, post notes after presenting, whatever. Okay, posting schedule, it has also given me a posting schedule. What is the best posting schedule? Okay, so for if I want to target overnight for US, the best is, whatever, 9 to 11 a.m. AST, etc., etc. Okay, recommended weekly posting calendar, all of it has given me in detail. Okay, quality checklist. Okay, so hashtag reference. How do I want my hashtag to be? If I want to reach at a broader level, I can use these hashtags. An authoritative signal, mid-tier, I can use these. Niche posting, I can use these. Geography specific. Let's say I've built something for a bank in Singapore. I can use Singapore fintech, etc., etc. Okay, very in depth, highly qualitative. Okay, what you're learning now is highly qualitative stuff. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy paste this. Okay, and I'm going to paste this here in my instructions, and voila, amazing, fantastic. I'm going to click on save instructions, and guys, that is it. That is absolutely it. You don't have to really you can just say, and now you can just start punching LinkedIn content up, right, and center. What you can also do is, now let's say you might ask, Chirantan, if can I add a few viral posts, or viral posts by certain followers, or not followers, LinkedIn creators. 100% you can do that. In fact, you can create a separate document, okay, or a PDF or a Word document, and you can actually upload this here in files, which shows your content creation engine a couple of examples of how successful businesses uh, generate content on LinkedIn, and how it goes viral, their associated statistics, etc., etc. Same thing we have also done for Atom AI, but we have done it a tad bit differently. What have I done? I have a document for sample LinkedIn posts, but let's say earlier, Atom AI was active on LinkedIn. It was posting content, but I have specifically given those posts which have underperformed. Okay, which means I'm going to tell my content creation engine that, hey, these are the posts that have underperformed, and if you're trying to post anything similar, avoid posting it in this way. This is a no. This is what Atom AI has published in the past, and this is an absolute no. We don't want to publish around this. For example, if you see 25 posts that underperformed, what not to do? Okay, post 1. Okay, category attempted, thought leadership, content pillar, whatever, AI in fintech. I gave this was my post. But what did we see? Impressions are only 312, reactions are 4, comments no. So for every, if you see, this is a very high quality document. You can access this, you can use this. We have given a post. Along with that, we have also given some performance stats. Not important, or not really cool. If you see, there are no shares, no profile clicks, engagement rate is useless, 1.3%, 1.28%. Why it failed? Okay, we have also defined why it failed. Okay, and banned keywords. Post number 2, product announcement. We had an amazing product coming up, but we wrote a LinkedIn post. Big news from Atom AI. We are thrilled to announce the launch of whatever. Okay, these are the features, and look at the impressions, look at the clicks, look at the likes, nothing, no DMs received, nothing. So when it says no DM received, which means no lead. Now, like this, what I have done is I have given an example of 25 such posts, which I don't want my content creation engine to take into consideration. If you see the 8 failure patterns across 25 posts, and these are those patterns. Okay, 8 patterns. Okay, there's a missing story. Okay, there is some self-plug pivot. Okay, you can read about it. Okay, whatever, regulatory surface skimming, etc., etc. We have generated 8 patterns. So now I'm going to also upload that pattern here. Okay, which is something that I don't want my LinkedIn content creation engine at Atom AI to follow. Okay. All right, guys, that is it. That is pretty much it. Now, let's say you want to generate a LinkedIn post. Fantastic. Now, this is where you can just go and ask your content creation engine to generate something for your business. Simple. Now, let me type. Okay, let's say Atom AI has ended up building a very high quality multimodal rack. It's a it's an AI concept, AI solution for a fintech client called something whatever XYZ in Singapore, and this will help them in their video compliance, and I want to post this on LinkedIn. Okay, and apart from that, I just don't want to post this on LinkedIn. I want, yeah, let's say I want to post this on LinkedIn. Amazing. Okay, so let's type it here. Yeah, so I'll say Atom AI recently delivered a high class video compliance ingestion engine, okay, which is, let's say, a multimodal rag for a well-known government bank which is highly regulated, okay, in Singapore. Okay, the solution is first of its kind in the world. Okay, and 3 more government banks, okay, in India, US and Africa now want to license it from Atom AI. Okay, this is a huge win for a mid-level, mid-sized startup based in Mumbai. Okay, with only 30 engineers. Fantastic. Okay, now and then I'll say generate LinkedIn content for our profile. Fantastic. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to click in here and we will wait for the magic to happen. Guys, that is it. That is, you've just created a content creation engine for yourself, and that is, you can just, you have to make full use of it. Yeah, so let's say this is now it will say that this is a category 2 deployment story post. If you can recall, we have given different categories. Yeah, because we created this project and we have deployed it on our customer end, now this becomes category 2, which is deployment story. Yeah, so what, this client, this result, this signal, whatever. Okay, so you can see it has broken down our post into 4 categories, directions, whatever you like to call. Now, basis category 2, it is giving us some hook options. Okay, so A, B, C. Yeah, so it has given 3 hook options. One is surprising result. A government bank in Singapore just deployed the world's first video compliance ingestion engine. 3 more government banks, whatever. So this is our surprising result, hook number A. Hook B, hook type B is a story opener. 6 months ago, a compliance team at government bank in Singapore had a problem nobody had solved before. The regulatory exposure wasn't just in documents, it was in video. And now if you actually read this, you'll understand that, hey, most of the LinkedIn posts that go viral, that have clickability, that get shares, that generates leads, are somewhat in the same range. They somewhat use the similar language. Yeah. Contrarian take. Everyone in fintech is racing to build rack for PDFs and spreadsheets, but we built it for video, whatever. The harder problem is the regulators are actually asking for us video and we just shipped it. It gives you full draft using hook A, which is taking this into consideration. This can be your full draft. This can be your full draft for LinkedIn post. Okay, this is your whatever. This is your first LinkedIn post. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So you can see here, this becomes your first LinkedIn post. Yeah. This one, no one has productionized, has regulated, whatever. So you can see there are so many really high quality, effective LinkedIn posts it has created. Yeah, you can actually go through this. Yeah, you can see 3 questions before I refine. It has given us some data, it has given us some outputs, but now basis that it is also saying that, hey, before I generate everything end to end, okay, I have certain questions. Now, if you see here, post note, it stands in category 2. Primary persona is persona B, which is compliance and risk head. Okay. This is basically whom we are targeting. Yeah. Word count as of now is 398 words. Best posting time is Tuesday, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST, because this hits our US morning. Yeah. And Singapore EU time as well, daytime as well. Yeah. Suggested format, put it in text. Okay. The story is strong enough on its own. No carousel needed. Carousel is the attachment that you see. Yeah. Visual suggestion, a clean infographic showing a video to compliance citation. Okay, so this is if you want to put in a video, visual something, you can put that. Okay, cool. So 3 questions before I refine. Which hook do you prefer? Now you can say that whichever hook you prefer. Okay, you want to build your LinkedIn post using hook number A, hook B, or hook C. Okay, let's say I'm going to go for hook C, which is a contrarian take, because everyone is building for RAG for PDFs, but Atom AI built it for RAG for video. Okay, so I'm going to say I will prefer hook C. Okay, do you have any production metric from the deployment you can share, even if it's directional? Okay, ingesting X videos per week. Okay, so I'll say ingesting 1,000-hour videos per week. Yeah, and response time under Y seconds. The response time is under 12 seconds. Okay, within 12 seconds, the bank gets an end-to-end report on a video. I'm just putting this in layman terms. Yeah, and is it the world's first truly confident? Okay, yes, this is world's first such solution for a government client. Okay, and is there any doubt? I would recommend softening it lightly, etc., etc., and I'll just click on OK. So now I'm going to go with I'm going to prefer hook C, which is contrarian. Yeah, and this is going to be my final take. Yeah, this is going to be a full draft. Everyone in fintech AI is racing whatever. Yeah, the harder problem, the one that whatever we just shipped it in a government bank. A government bank in Singapore now runs our video compliance ingestion engine in production. It processes 10,000 hours of video per week. Okay, compliance queries, returns, whatever. Okay, this is amazing. This is fantastic. This is what we want. Yeah, this is what we want, right? This is really cool. You now take this, you now paste this on on your LinkedIn, and voila, you are good to go, guys. You are absolutely good to go. Yeah, you can just take it from here, paste it, and you are absolutely done. You can see it has also given you the hashtags at the end. It is also giving a call. Okay, it is also giving the call to the leads. Okay, so if your institution has video data that your current compliance framework can't touch, I'm genuinely happy to connect or talk with you about the production readiness. How cool is that? It also talks about the engineering challenge. Yeah, it also talks about what we built. You can actually take this entire LinkedIn post, yeah, as it is. Yeah, go on LinkedIn, paste it, and be happy about it. As simple as that. Just go in here. Yeah, go in here, paste it, and voila. Obviously, you can make some changes. You can, you can add, if you want to add emojis, you can do that. If you want to add an attachment, you can do that. You can hit an enter, and you can, you can do the line breaks. All of that is fine. But this is amazing, guys. And now, let's say I have built this. Yeah, and now I can go back to Claude, and I can say that suggest me 5 similar posts from Monday to Wednesday, from Monday to Friday, and it will do it for you. How cool is this, guys? And that is your LinkedIn content creation engine. Okay. See, the thing is, you might say, but hey, Chirantan, I can use normal Claude also. No. Okay. You cannot just put on normal Claude and then, then you can forget. No, this is a project and a container that you have created, an isolated environment which only focuses on building brand on LinkedIn. Okay, it's like your own small content creation agency that you have created, which understands Atom AI in and out, which has access to or understands all the past LinkedIn posts that Atom AI has generated, how it has performed, etc., and it keeps on refining. How cool is that? Now, let's say if I want to star it here, I can just click it. Yeah, and you can see there's a star option here. I can just click on star and you can see that being listed here. Okay, so every single time, let's say I'm on new chat here, I can just go on AI Atom AI LinkedIn engine. I can click here and I can generate, and you can see this is my past conversation still here. And you can see we have, as of now, we uploaded 2 files, pretty heavy files, 20 pages, but yes, yet we have only consumed 1% of project capacity. So you can just upload a lot of files and have in-depth information. Yeah. And yeah, you can have your own small content creation agency. Guys, I hope this video was helpful. It added value. It was something that, made you think and implement something for your own personal profile or for your business. Yeah. And let me know in the comment section below if you want something very interesting, something very specific to HR, marketing, etc., or you want a new series to come up with Cowork, Claude Code, etc. Put it in the comments and we will come up with high quality content for you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye.